everyone, welcome to Easy Economics. Today's class I am explaining the differences between economic growth and economic development. It is the most important 10 marks question for the final examination. Now let me explain the differences between economic growth and economic development. Already in previous classes we studied the meaning of economic growth and the economic development. Okay, that is the reason I am not explaining again and again. Okay, what is the first difference between two of them? Economic growth refers to an increase in a country's real output of goods and services. Means economic growth studies only the increase in the country's real output of goods and services. Means it concentrates on the real national income. Means real national income means already you know the definition of the national income. That is the final value of the goods and services which are produced in a country in a given period of time. Generally, the national income is measured in the market prices, and it is measured on the constant prices also. Okay, to indicate the real growth, national income is measured in constant prices also. That is by using the base year's price index. Already you know what is the base year. In a year where the droughts and floods are not there, the price range is moderate, that year is taken as the base year. Okay, so any year's national income, if it is measured by using the base year's price index, that is called the real output. Okay, children? So economic growth is nothing but increase in a country's real output of the goods and services. If an economy is producing more goods and services, definitely that was considered as the economic growth. So what is the economic development? Here economic development means economic growth plus. In the concept of economic development, economic growth also including. So economic growth plus progressive changes in the socio-economic structure of a country. Including economic growth, there must be a change, progressive changes, desirable changes, okay, are needed in the various sectors in the economy, social and economic and political areas and institutional area. So many changes are needed. Okay, social changes, change in the attitude of the people, and whenever people are getting the better education, better employment, better nutritious food, and reduction of poverty, reduction of unemployment, and the increase in number of industries. These are all reduction of income inequalities. These are all needed to get the development. Okay, so economic development means growth plus the progressive changes in all areas of the country, that is socio-economic structure of a country. So overall, improvement in the standard of living of the people is nothing but the economic development. Next one, growth is a single dimensional phenomena. Why? Because it only concentrates on the rise in the production of goods and services. Only it is concentrating on the single element. If the country's productive capacity is increasing, it's nothing but the economic growth. Okay, it is concentrating on the single element, hence it is called a single dimensional phenomena. And development is a multi-dimensional. Why? Because to get the development, the changes in the several areas are needed. They are reduction of poverty, reduction of unemployment, reducing the income inequalities, provision of better food, better education facilities, better health care, better transportation, better communication. So all are needed to get to reach the development. So the changes in several areas are needed. Okay, it will concentrate on the multi-elements. So it is a multi-dimensional phenomena. And next one, what is the third change in between two of them? Growth is a quantitative concept. Means only it is studying the quantitative aspect in the economy. That is how much the rise in the output. That is only it is concentrating the growth of the quantity in the economy. That is quantity of goods and services only. Okay, so it is concentrating on the quantity only. Okay, it is not concentrating on the improvement of the people. So hence it is considered as a quantitative concept. And development is both quantitative and qualitative concept. Means in the economic development concept, both growth also included. So hence it is quantitative concept, and it entails it needs the improvement in the life of the people, that is quality of life of the people. That is the reason economic development is both quantitative and the qualitative concept. The next one, economic growth belongs to purely developed nations. Okay, which one is called the developed nation? In a country, if the per capita income is more, so based on per capita income, the countries are classified to developed and developing. High per capita income countries are called developed nations. So economic growth is purely related to developed nations in the world. And economic development is related to developing nations in the world. That is, developing nations are also called third world nations. Okay, India also one of the developing country. So why? Because in the developing countries, they are in the process of development. Okay, they are improving the, that is, well-being of the society. Now they are started. They didn't reach the development process, and growth also comparing to developed nations very low in the developing nations. Okay, so developing country means the economic development concept is belongs to developing nations in the world. Next, to reach the economic growth, the government intervention is not needed. Without government intervention also, there is a chance to improve the productivity of the economy. So, in the capitalist economy, already I think you know that what is the capitalist economy. In the capitalist economy, all the economic activities are run by the private people, and government intervention is nominal. Only it will maintain law and order only. Okay, once upon a time, UK and some of the countries, developed nations adopted the capitalist economy. Now the pure capitalism is not their children. But in the capitalist economies, without any government intervention, they reached the growth. That is, only private people will own the industries and own the mines, and they will produce the goods and services. So that is the reason, in case of the growth, without government intervention also, it is possible to increase the output in the economy. But in case of economic development, government intervention is compulsory. Why? Because to improve the quality of the life of the people, so government has to concentrate. Private people wouldn't concentrate to improve the well-being of the society. So providing education, providing nutritious food, and eradication of poverty, unemployment, protecting environment. These are all the key issues which the government has to concentrate. Okay, private people, mainly their main motive is how to earn the profits. They did not concentrate to increase the well-being of the society. That is the reason, to reach the development, to improve the standard of living of the population, the government, in the initial stages of economic development, government intervention is compulsorily needed. And the next difference is, it is a narrow concept. Economic growth is a narrow concept. Its scope is narrow. Why? Because only it will study the, that is, changes in the per capita income, rise in the per capita income only. It will concentrate on the rise in the real per capita only. It studies that is there a rise in the per capita income only concentrated by the economic growth, and other elements are not studied, not concentrated by the economic growth. So hence its scope is narrow. And economic development is a wide concept. Why? Because including the growth in real per capita, the well-being of the society is essential for the economic development. So when we will get the well-being in the society, whenever people are getting all the opportunities, okay, quality infrastructure and nutritious food and high level of literacy rate, high life expectancy. So in all the areas they are getting the better opportunities, equal opportunities. Definitely well-being of the society will be improved. So economic development, comparing to growth, economic development is a wide concept, and it includes the well-being of the society. It concentrates the, that is, on the welfare of the society. And economic growth concept belongs to traditional economics. So traditional economics mainly is concentrated by that is classical economists. Classical economists supported the capitalist economy. So according to them, they stated that take care of growth means try to improve the productivity, so automatically poverty would be eliminated. If a country, an economy is producing more output, in that process employment is created and poverty is eliminated. But it is not correct. Okay, it is proved in case of India. So India is going on producing more goods and services, but poverty and unemployment are not eradicated in our India. Okay, now also there are burning problems in our India. So it is called trickle down policy, but it is this policy is not succeeded in most of the countries. Okay, and according to modern approach, that is in case of economic development, first economists says that take care of poverty. First try to eliminate the poverty, so automatically growth would take care of itself. In the poverty elimination, if you are implementing schemes to eradicate the poverty, employment schemes, at that time the growth would take care of itself. Automatically the production will be improved. So in case of economic growth, they are concentrated mainly on the production of goods and services. Okay, they ignored the poverty, means they left the poverty for itself. But here in the economic development, that is modern economies, are concentrated on the eradication of poverty. Why? Because whenever poverty is eradicated, then only the standard of living of the population will be improved. That is the reason they concentrated on the eradication of poverty. So in the poverty eradication programs, employment is created. So whenever more employment is created, at that time the output also will be improved. Next one, growth is a short-term process. Yes, children. Why? Because we will measure the GDP on yearly basis. Okay. So GDP is nothing but the final value of the goods and services which are produced in a country in a given period of time. The given period will be a financial year. So that is the reason it is a short-term process. Okay, we will measure the economic growth in a year period of time, yearly basis only. But economic development, it is not a short-term process. It is a long-term process. Okay, to change the structure of the economy, to transform the primitive economy in the form of modern economy. So long duration is needed. Long period of time is needed. So that is the reason it spans about 20 to 25 years. Okay, so economic development is not an instant process. It is a continuous process, but it needs more time. Okay, to change the economy, to transform the economy. So it is a long-term process. Next one. So see children, now India is a developing country, and it is by providing it is trying to provide quality infrastructure and all facilities, and it is trying to eradicate the poverty and unemployment, and still also it didn't develop. Means we are in the process. It takes more period of time to develop the economy. Next one, growth doesn't consider the social change. Yes, growth never concentrates about that is social changes, that is improvement in the living of the population. Only it studies the income changes only. So increase in the GDP or real per capita is only studied by the growth. So it never concentrates on that is well-being of the society or social changes in the society. But development, including growth, including rise in the per capita, and economic development concentrates on the social changes, that is improvement in the standard of living of the society by providing the better opportunities to the public, better facilities to the public. It will enhances the efficiency of the life of the people. Next one, growth doesn't indicate the distribution of income and wealth. As children, it only studies about the production aspect. Is the economy is producing more output or less output? Whatever it may be studied by the growth. Growth means if economy is producing more output, yes, it is achieving the growth. But what about the distribution aspect? After producing the goods, the national output or national income must be equally distributed among the entire population of the economy. But it is not studied by the economic growth. Only it is studying about, that is, rise in the national output only. Okay, how the output is distributing among the entire population, all the sections of the society, is not studied by not concentrated by the economic growth. But here, economic development indicates the distribution of income and wealth in the economy. But economic development, it means desires, it wants the equitable distribution of income among all the sections of the society. Okay, the cake of national income must be equally distributed among all the sections of the society is needed to develop the economy. And children, next one, comparing the economic growth is an easy concept. Why? Because now we are analyzing the countries in the world that is developed and developing by comparing the economic growth, national income and per capita income. So it is easy to measure the growth and to compare the growth of different countries in the world. But to compare the economic development, it is not an easy process. Why? Because we have to observe several elements in the economy. Okay. In case of education, healthcare, sanitation, life expectancy, literacy, poverty, employment, all are studied to compare the development of the nations. Okay. So to compare the economic development of the countries, it is not an easy task. We have to observe a number of elements, multi-elements in the economy. And finally, children, growth is nothing but the physical development of a person. Okay. But development needs not only physical development, it needs the character development also. Okay. So the example of the economic growth is only the physical development of the person, but including the physical development, character development also essential to get to the economic development. Children, if you like this video, do like, subscribe and share it.